What's up, everybody? Welcome to Dice House and their DCUO commentary. I'm bringing this video here to you guys today to showcase the family reunion operation. I got on the game last night and everything. As you guys know, I had this recorded before, but the video got corrupted on me, or else I had it out to you guys sooner. I do apologize for that. But I got on the game last night, and I was able to get into a group with some friends and all that from another league, from Untouchable Echelon, and we went through here and ran through this operation and all that. I got a couple feats showcase off for you guys and all that. It's a very long video. I do apologize for that. But I wanted to make sure that you guys saw everything that involved with this operation and some of the easier feats that you can pick up if you got a well-balanced group. As you know, you go into these operations on it. First of all, tip right here, all right, make sure if you guys are flight, wait until the area gets loaded up. I just wanted to show that to you guys real quick because I thought I was high up enough in the air, but apparently I wasn't. But anyways, this part right here, we have to get these crates and everything and take them over to the museum itself. If you guys listened to the DCUO Sourcecast last night, these operations are a lot of fun. I've been having a lot of fun with them. They're difficult, but they're not overly difficult. If you guys go in there, if you're geared and everything, you guys got a balanced group out and all that. You got people who know what they're doing, all that. You can have a fairly easy time going through these operations and stuff. So it's not too hard, but difficulty is up there. I highly recommend. I've had people that I play with in the game talking about going in with, and I've seen on the forums too, people talking about going in with no tanks into these operations, and you can do that. It kind of cracks me up, though, some of the responses, and way people are talking about, how they, went in. So, oh, yeah, we did with, we're just 2 DPS. We didn't tank it. Yeah, we wiped a few times. We wiped a couple of times, but, we were still able to beat it. Okay, well, I get, burning through it is a lot easier, or, you can get through stuff, if you got that burn and everything. But at the same time, folks, having a tank makes it so much easier. Not because, the burn's a little bit slower, but at the same time, though, folks, you're not, worrying about, having the wipe and all that. You don't have to worry about your healer, jumping in the middle, like right there, and holding that aggro the whole time. You got a tank comes in, gets that aggro off the healer and off the DPS or the controller, and it just makes it a lot easier, folks. And I'm not trying to start like an anti-tank hating campaign. I do main a tank, and I do like to go through and just like burn through stuff as a DPS. I do like doing it. It is fun for me to do that too. But at the same time, man, if I can make it, if it's going to be having a tank is going to make it an easier run, definitely take a tank. Take a tank. Especially if you guys, you may not be, as geared up as we were coming in here. So I'm full tier 4 plus. Right now with all the mods on that, I've gotten my combat rating up to 91, so it's not like I wasn't geared for this and everything. But at the same time, if like I said, just take a tank in there. But as you get those crates in there and all that, and you have to go around and you have to close these ruptures up, in the east, south, and west of the museum. Like I said, just go in there. You have your tank go in. The tank could stand on top of it, and the healers HOTS should be able to keep the node or the contraption there for closing the rupture up from being destroyed or anything like that. Or you can tank, off tank them, pull them off to the side and everything away from it, so you don't have to worry about that. But it's just basically just go through and just like tank and spank through this this portion of it. You're going in there as soon as that time's out. Go through and go over there and close that rupture up. You should be good to go. There's 2 more, one off to the east and one off to the west, and all that. You go through here and try not to aggro too many of the ads as you are coming over here, because you see right here they followed us all over, and we had quite the fight right here. But this made it more fun. For me at least, I love this kind of tanking. I love being able to tank like this. I mean, I know I'm holding block here a lot and everything like that. It doesn't look like it's a lot of fun, but it is so fun, so much fun for me at least. Being able to, and it kind of, makes me feel like, I'm kind of good at my job at least, being able to, hold aggro on this many ads that are hitting me for like, triple, quad digits and stuff, and being able to hold on to that and keep my team from getting attacked and everything. As you see and all that, though, I'm running with reignition here in my loadout. Definitely made use of that during this to try and take some of the pressure off the healer, trying to keep me alive. You also see here, I mentioned in a previous video that I have this two-hander now. I got this two-hander from one of the iconic anomaly challenges. I just went ahead. I don't really. I'm not much of a two-handed weapon user in this game. I don't have much experience with it. Me. You guys know me. I'm mostly I prefer brawling as my favorite weapon. I like using the shield a lot, especially when I'm tanking. And for PvP, I like to use a dual wield. I'd prefer to use brawling, but PvP, the dual wield is a lot quicker in PvP. But this two-hander, I got it. It was unattuned when I got it from the challenge. Right here, this is one of the feats I was talking about. That Paradox Prowler, excuse me. There's a feat in there for destroying this Paradox Prowler, and there's another one off to the west that we didn't get to, that we will get to, though. If you go in here and you fight them, then and take them out, there's a feat for taking both of those out. You can do this at any time during the operations and all that. And these this Paradox Prowler and the other one off to the west, they do drop loot off of them. So if you guys are looking for extra loot, I recommend going ahead and taking these guys out every time you come in here. This operation, as you see the video and all that, it's about an hour long to do this operation. We played around a little bit with some things and all that. I took some time and all that to showcase off some of the locations that we were in, just because I wanted you guys to see how awesome of a job they did with these instances, especially later on here during this operation. But yeah, so I got this unattuned two-hander from one of the challenges. It was a better weapon, DPS wise, item level wise, than the one I had. And as you can see right here, even having a tank, sometimes you can have some issues and have some wipes and all that. So me and the healer just kind of couldn't get those guys picked up. So me and the healer just kind of held it down for a little while we wait for those guys to rally back up and come back over to help us out. But yeah, so the item level and everything, I knew it was going to be a better weapon to use than the shield that I had at the time. I had one of the runic shields from the tier 4 operations, and so I was like, I'll just go ahead and I'll make this a tank weapon, because especially right now with the way these operations, and especially the raids themselves, I'm not going to be using a lot of weapon combos while I'm tanking right now. So I went ahead and switched out of this two-hander and all that, and I figured I'd go with the biggest, baddest looking hammer style I could find and all that, with the Atom Smasher style. I just got this big boomstick now going around tanking with. But it's a lot of fun. I'm actually kind of you gotta watch out for that charge right there, folks. You gotta watch out for that charge right there. I'm trying to aggro him away. See, he comes charging at me. I sit there and I hold block. I'm starting to kind of like the two-hander a little bit. I'm not fully spec'd into it right now. I did not feel like spec'ing into respecing all my skill points just yet, simply because I've got a lot of skill points. I'm really hoping and looking forward to when they get the saved loadouts into the game. Right now, I've got 157 skill points right now. I'm coming up on 158, and yeah, I'm just gonna say that it's it's a bit of a pain to respec my skill points. Granted, now I've got a better idea of where I'm putting them all with these new innates and everything, but at the same time, it's still time consuming. Going through and respecing every time for, especially when if I'm going to respec from PvE tanking to, PvE DPSing, or specking for PvP. It's very, very time consuming. Especially if it's depending on which weapon I want to use at the time too. Because if I want to go through, I can't spec in the multiple weapons right now because of that. But you see here, we almost got this Paradox Prowler down. We've completed the outside objectives right here, but I wanted to show you guys where these 2 feet monsters are at that you fight. Poor Dark Superman, he got pulled in right there. And I don't know if these ads are ads that normally spawn up around this area, or if the Paradox Prowler called them in or not. But as you see, we were able to get through there. Both the controller and the DPS we got here, you guys can see right here, is they are both quantum. So we're going to get to see some of the quantum powers in action right here. So that's kind of cool too. Both of them, did a good job. It looks like it's a little bit of a power hungry power, but I'm not sure. So I'm gonna, like I've mentioned, you guys know, I've seen lots of the requests and everything like that for me to do a quantum loadout guide, and I do have that planned for you all. I've already got my mental character spec'd into quantum right now, and I've got a loadout set aside for controlling at the moment. I don't have a lot of DPS gear, at least not really good DPS gear for him right now, but I'm going to try and get some DPS action in there for you guys too. Showcase off a couple of possibilities for DPS loadouts. The power for specing into a controller though, it's very cheap PowerPoint wise to spec quantum into controlling right now, at least from what I've seen. As long as you don't pick up too many of the iconic innates, you should be fine, testing out, different loadouts from each tree. Because I was able to pick up, the main debuff that you need for, and here's the last one right here. I think it's the Paradox Eradicator. I can't quite make that out on my screen right now, reading it to you guys. But I'm just waiting for everybody. This is the last one right here. You come over here and you take him out, and you get a feat for him. And as you can see, they drop loot and everything like that. That's like, the previous one, the healer chest dropped off of there. And yeah, it was green, but man, it was pretty, the stats on it were pretty good. But yeah, so, going through here and doing this right here, you get, little feats and everything for it, 10-point feat right there and stuff like that. Like I said, we've already completed out the outside objectives here for this portion of the operation. But this the operation is a lot of fun. Both the operations are a lot of fun. I'm going to be saying that a lot. I've got an hour to fill here, folks. But coming through here with the tank, going back into that though, going through with the tank, it's just easier, folks. The burn's a little bit slower because you don't have 2 DPS just burning down on it, but it makes it so much easier to go through here. Have a tank. It makes everything pretty much a tank and spank in that regards. To go through and get this stuff done, because every once in a while, the bosses or even the ads and all that will do attacks that ignore the tank's aggro. But at the same time, so isn't it better to have a tank, in the middle of all this mess right here, absorbing all this damage from the ads and the boss than it is to have, your DPS, having to kite around, or your controller or your healer kiting around instead of, doing damage or putting out power or throwing out heals for the rest of the group. Me personally, I'd prefer to run things with the tank. You get the whole, what's it called? What'd they call it? The buff and all that. I forget what they called it now. I don't know. It was probably, in my opinion, it wasn't a very good addition to the game because it discouraged people from learning and playing their main roles. Because you can go into instances without a tank and all that, so everybody gets a defense buff. You go into an instance without a controller and Every once in a while, you get a small power over time um, buff, and you go into, and without a healer, and you get, you can, if you hold block and all that, you can get a heal buff and everything. You can get some health back. I mean, it's nice, I guess, but at the same time, like I said, it discourages people from learning and playing their main roles. I mean, that's why you see so many, people before. I mean, before DLC 7 dropped, you saw so many people going around, and when I see, we just took him out there, and we got defeat, and we got loot. Pretty sure those things are going to drop loot every time you go in there and kill them. So, got this nice DPS right here. I wasn't DPSing, so I didn't need on it. But Vit and Power 5 plan drop right there. That's nice to see. Um, yeah, all the 5 plans. There's 5 plans, and then there's these Expert 5 plans. I haven't seen an Expert 5 plan yet. I've heard about some of them, though. The stats increases are better than the regular 5 plans. So that's kind of cool. As you see, I'm like wearing this green gear and stuff now. It's kind of silly. I'm feeling like, man, I'd rather have this purple stuff on because it's supposed to be better. But at the same time, I'm like, but the stats are phenomenal. And yeah, I've gone through it and I've modded all that stuff out because if I can have as much of a heal advantage as possible, I will. Actually, no, okay, yeah, I'm sorry. We had not completed all of the outside objectives yet because we still had this Paradox Destroyer to go kill after we got those 2 side ones on it. But he actually goes down a little bit easier and faster than the 2 optional objective monsters that that we just got done fighting. But anyways, I come over here and you come over and you take out this Paradox Destroyer, and I'm trying to aggro him over here because we got all these guys got these ads over here. So I'm trying to kind of pull them over here, and so I can tank everything that everybody that we're all fighting right now. But it's tank okay, like I said before DLC 7 dropped, we were having everybody was having a hard time finding controllers. Because everybody, everybody was like either doing the different stuff and all that. They were speccing in different powers, trying them out before DLC dropped and everything, or trying to get feats done on them. And I can see that because I've done it too. I mean, I've switched powers to switched to electricity for a while. I had to get the healer style feats done, and then I switched to mental for a little bit to get those done. And then I went back to fire, and then I went to gadgets for a little bit. To go through and get all of the final controller styles done, which included the Tier 3 PvE set. The meta, the Superman controller gear. I went through and I did that. But I went back to fire because I like fire. I like the tank and all that. But now DLC 7's out. Everybody's having a hard time finding tanks. I've been seeing shouts and shouts for them for tanks, especially for these new raids. Because these new raids, you definitely need to have a tank for them. If not 1, maybe 2. It's at least been my experience. Going into those new raids and everything is just, whew, man. I've tried both of them. You can see the first night, I think it was, yeah. Tried both of them the first night. I had some footage recorded, but I'm not going to showcase it because it's just horrible. It's just a slaughter in there, man. It's just a slaughter. But I've heard there's I think I've not seen any video yet of a league or two actually getting through those raids and everything. I don't know. Like I said, I'll believe it when I see it. It's really tough content. But so if everybody out there worried about gear progression and everything like that, or not being able to have enough gear, the gear, because those raids are obviously set up for the Tier 5 gear. I mean, if they've got gear that's dropping in those raids that's better than Tier 5, obviously they've set those raids up, and they set the difficulty on those raids specifically for people to have Tier 5 when you go into them. If you're worried about gear progression or anything like that, it's not that bad. It's not that bad, getting marks, to get the Tier 5 before you go into those raids. I believe I mentioned in a previous video, you can get up to 10 marks of reality a day if you do the challenges and the operations. Uh, so it's just I mean, you get 10 marks a day and all that. You do that for 6 days, you can get the chest piece. You do another 6 days, you can get the legs and all that. So I mean, eventually, you're gonna be able to get yourself geared up to where you'll have at least a few pieces of tier 5 gear to go in and do these raids and everything. It'll make it a little bit easier because the defense stats alone, not to mention at least for tanking, are there on the tank gear. So I highly recommend that you do that, and definitely don't shy away from these drops that we're getting in these operations and the challenges, because it helps. It helps. I've been having an easier time tanking the operations, even with this new gear and stuff. Excuse me 1 second here, folks. But anyways, we completed the outside objectives right there. And we're getting ready to head into the museum here. Another thing I like about these operations, man, there are repair vendors everywhere. Everywhere. I am so happy they did that. Because it was so frustrating. It'd be so frustrating to have to either, go back to a certain spot and repair. But they put those soda cola vending machines up there for repair stations in like pretty much every instance location that you go into in these operations. So if you guys are having a hard time and all that, you get dropped a couple of times, feel free, by all means, go through, repair your stuff, and get it fixed, because they do have those vendors up everywhere. You see right here, we go into the Flash Museum and all that, and what you're going to do here is you're going to go into the Speed Force Tunnel, and go down these paradox waves. Now, there is a feat inside these paradox waves. Believe it or not, folks, yes, there is. I can't remember the name of the feat, but there's a feat for running into time-traveling villains. I believe it's like Heat Wave, Captain Boomerang. I think Captain Cold's in there also, and I think one other. I think Weather Wizard. I can't remember right off the top of my head by sitting here. But there's a chance for you to run into those guys inside these paradox waves here, fight them and defeat them. There's a feat, defeat each one, and you'll get the feat. I've had a chance to run into one of them. And of course, it was Captain Boomerang, one of the harder of the Central City bounties out there, and he is just as hard as when Central City first dropped. Fortunately, though, this is an operation instance. So this is part of an operation instance. So you have an opportunity or a chance to actually come in here with another group to complete out that feat or fight those iconic villains. So it could make it easier. When I went through and it was just me and the group I was with, and yeah, it wasn't pretty. It wasn't pretty. We had a rough time of it, and as far as how you trigger it or anything like that, I'm not sure yet. I know it's just like a chance. I'm pretty sure it's just a chance thing, but you will be notified by communication through the game that that the iconic villain is showing up. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that they have that little chance encounters with those guys in there. But like I said, it's very, very tough fights. Right here and all that with this, you can go through here. I've actually seen and done in a previous run through here. You don't have to go through and fight all these guys, but if you're looking to try and fight one of those iconic villains, you kind of have to. Yeah, I mean, you just go straight to the end of the tunnel here and then enter into Gotham. Speaking of which, as you guys are going to see here in a minute, we get here into Gotham, and the way Gotham looks, this alternate Gotham, is just fantastic. It's very ominous. It looks even more ominous than the Gotham we currently have in the game. You can see right here, They've got little signs up and everything that kind of showcase off, but kind of like what the storyline is for this alternate Gotham, where you see Wayne Corps signs all over the city and all that. You saw up above there just a minute ago, there was a sign, of showcasing that Jim Gordon had been captured. You can see right there. There it is right there. Jim Gordon being captured. So, apparently Commissioner Gordon isn't, the head of the police force for this Gotham, and is kind of like leading a resistance against the current regime, which apparently is that of Wayne Tech, or Wayne Corps, rather. And as you go through here and all that, you'll see there's extra. You'll pick up on more of the storyline and everything. Future Batman will come in. He'll talk a little bit about what he's observed and tell you guys everything. Really, right here, the objective right now, we have to go around questioning these suspicious Gotham citizens. For just regular citizens, these guys are pretty tough. At least they takes a while to take them down. I mean, they're not overly difficult on their own, but once you take them down enough, they will call in like these Sentinels, Wayne Corps Sentinels, and you have to fight them. These guys are kind of work like the Wayne Armor a little bit. They do a little bit more melee than they do the whole spinning attack thing and all that, so it's not that bad. But you go through here, you find 5 of them, as you'll see, and take those things out, and you will eventually be able to interrogate the citizen and get information from them about what's going on with this alternate Gotham right here. If you hang out, listen to them and all that, you can get a little bit of the story from them. But if you just want to hurry up and get through it and everything, just keep moving on ahead. But I'm curious, how you guys are doing with these operations, what you guys think about them as a whole here. As I know, I'm still, so we still got a ways to go, folks. I appreciate y'all hanging out here for it and everything. But I mean, these operations, man. I mean, they're long, but I kind of like that. I mean, because it's new content. So the length of it doesn't really bother me just yet. I'm hoping the rest of y'all feel the same way. I'm sure, after a while, though, the length of this content, it will get to me after a little bit. But, at the moment, too, I mean, it took us about an hour to get through here. But there was some farming involved. So, we stopped off, we did those 2 monsters in there to get the feet. For that, there were some briefings that we were hunting for as well. All those briefings, 4 of those, there's 5 briefings in total for this operation. 4 of them are in alternate Gotham here. I don't have the locations here for you guys in this video, but I will post a link in the description to the beginning of a guide for locating those briefings. It was posted up by Tesseract from Odyssey on the official forums. I will find that link for you guys, and I'll have it in the description to show you guys not just where the briefings are for in Gotham, but also for in Metropolis as well for the both the operations. So keep an eye. Go down there and check that out after the video, though. After the video, or if you guys are following along while you're playing here to see what we're doing, you can go ahead and pause the video and go check them out, and you'll find your briefings and everything. The style that you get from, which you'll see in a future video, is the Dark Defender hands. It's kind of like a Batman style hand style and all that. It looks pretty cool. But we're going through here, and I think we actually started up 2 civilians. Yeah, I think they started up 2 civilians. Trying to get through this a little bit quicker. So, yeah, there are combat mechanics involved with this and all that, so I highly suggest you take advantage of those with these Sentinels. I was able to block and stun them a couple of times. It was kind of nice being able to do that. Come over here. Yeah, Healer went over there and started up the last civilian we needed. But like I said, this it took us about an hour to get through this one. This operation here, like I said, there was some farming involved, though. As far as going around farming, for feats, different optional things to do for feats and stuff, and also there was looking for the briefings and everything like that. But getting back to the length, like I said, I mean it's new content, so the length of it is not really bothering me just now. I'm sure in the future, going through it may, but at the same time, it's challenging content, so it doesn't really bother me that it takes a little bit longer and all that. We're taking our time going through here, and checking things out. The We have to take message ciphers from the Wayne Tech oppressors now, so that's these big spider things that you'll see here in the intersections. I think we come right up on this one right here. Yep, there's one right here. They're almost always at the intersections in the street, so if you guys are having a hard time finding one, intersections, where you got all these cars. This is the thing that cracks me up. All these cars and all that still driving through the city and everything with these oppressors in the middle of the street, like directing traffic. I guess, I don't know, but it can be kind of a pain with these cars and all that coming through there, knocking you around and pushing you down the street sometimes. It can be a bit of a pain dealing with that, but at the same time, it's just kind of funny all that. You'll be there fighting, all of a sudden this car will come flying through there and push you down the street. It makes for a good laugh and all that. And if you're having fun doing the content, that's another thing too. It's like I was told by one person there who I was running this with that this is the shortest time they've spent in this operation. And this is like my second time through here, I think it was, running this. And to be honest with you, the first time when I ran through it, took about an hour. This time here, it took just a little bit longer an hour, but like I said, there was some feed hunting involved in that. And I chalked that up to just being able to sit back and having fun with the content. Depending, it's all about who you're grouped with. I mean, I know a lot of people kind of forced to do pug groups and everything out there, because you may not have a league or something like that, or you may not have folks in your league to do the content with at the time that you want to do it. And I appreciate and understand that. But as I've said before, I was actually talking with Brittany the other day about the game and everything. She was talking about how she doesn't think she's going to be playing on her hero much anymore because she just has a lot more fun with the people she plays with on the villain side and everything. The game, that's mainly what the game is. I mean, it's the game is mainly. I mean, the content is important, of course, but it's the game. How much fun you have on the games depend on who you're playing the game with. Simply because, I mean, if I was in here with a group of people that I didn't get along with, or a group of people that ended up kind of like bitching at each other about what they were doing and everything like that. The healer wasn't putting out enough heals. DPS using up too much power. Controller's not putting enough power out, or isn't putting a debuff on. Not that any of that was happening. I mean, yeah, we had some moments in here where we were like teasing everybody. We were, everybody got teased in this, and but I mean, we were having fun with it. We were having fun with the content, and this Wayne Corps officer just would not stop. So I just had to turn around and just take him out and everything. Probably wasted like a minute or something like this on this video. Sorry about that, folks. But I was having some fun when I don't get the Mega Smash much as a tank, so I wanted a Mega Smash. Anyways, going up here, moving on though with the objectives and all that. Now, there's a couple of ways you can do this. There's this way here that you're about ready to see that what we did, and then there's a way where what we did when I first came in here was kind of like a sacrifice yourself type thing here. Like if you're a tank and all that, buff yourself up, go in there and hit this switch, or you can go in there like we did and I was waiting for him to go down there and start to hit that switch so I could just like get a hold, grab all the ads that showed up. But then DPS came in, got shot, so I was like, okay, I gotta get in there now. But you come in here, you can come in from above and just drop down there and hit that switch real quick and to complete it out, or which we actually were able to do, but I opted we opted to try and come in here and like I was going to tank the ads away from them, but it didn't work out that well because we they aggroed onto the DPS when he came in a little too shallow into the area. But I mean, like I said though, this was kind of fun here. All these doggone things using range attacks though, so I couldn't freaking block because they'd either stun me or they would block break me with their attacks. So, but you see right here, awesome crowd control effects from Quantum and all that, lifting up the Wing Corps officers and everything, keeping them from doing any damage while they're caught in those control effects and everything. It's really cool. Now here, coming up here is another feat. This is not an optional feat though. You should go out to. There's a feat for actually going around here and completing this part of this objective here. And what it is, you're going to go around and you're going to find some of the Gotham's rogues. Batman's rogues gallery, like Poison Ivy and Scarecrow here. Apparently, they are working for Wayne Corps. So, if that's giving you any hints as to what exactly is going on with the storyline here, that should help out. And this one right here, we had Scarecrow. I've done Poison Ivy too in the before. These are relatively, not difficult fights. You got a tank, DPS and a controller, and a healer and all that. You got a balanced group and all that. You should be able to get through it just fine. You guys know what you're doing. All that. You got a decent group to do that. So you just go through here. I'm trying to remember who all is involved with that feat. I know Poison Ivy and Scarecrow. I think Killer Croc maybe as well. Anyways, the feats, in y'all's feats tab and everything. I highly recommend y'all check it out and everything, so you'll know exactly which ones you go through. Again, though, it's which one you get is up to chance encounters and everything. So there's that. So you may end up getting the Scarecrow again the next day. I don't know. I'm not sure exactly how that works out. But, not overly difficult fights. Just go in there and just another tank and spank. I believe he calls in more ads here eventually to help him with this fight once you start tearing him down a little bit more. Coffee. It's awesome. You see right here, though, I'm sure I zoomed out for these fights and everything because I wanted you guys to be able to see the Quantum in action and everything. That right there, I believe that is like their kind of the effect that's going on around Scarecrow right now. That purple, I believe that's like Quantum's Inferno power. It's a 50% damage buff. Area effect DOT, which looks really cool. I actually had a buddy of mine, Shoujo, he's talking about going around with all the Quantum players now in the game, activating their powers. He says the sound effects for the powers sounds like bad dubstep. To which I asked him, is there such a thing as good dubstep? But Quantum, it looks a lot of fun. I've played around with it a little bit, just testing it out when I first respec my mental character into it, and just was testing a couple of things out, hoping to maybe get into some content, but it was getting late and I was tired and I wanted to go to bed. But I mean, it's a lot of fun from what I've seen. Quantum tunneling is definitely a very fun power to use. I'm looking forward to testing that out more and everything. But you see right there, Scarecrow, not overly difficult. The Poison Ivy fight that I had too wasn't overly difficult either. And then, you're getting this fat loot from these bosses and all that. DPS actually didn't need that face piece right there, so said we could roll on it. I ended up getting it. Got lucky and got it. It's not much better than the face piece that I had, which I had the face piece from the inner alert, the Tier 4 inner alert. So that face piece that you get from that inner alert, if you were lucky enough to get it, is still very viable. Now right here and all that, we went ahead and skipped ahead a little bit. And went out here, and then we got Bruce Wayne coming out with his bodyguards. He's going to hop in that chopper and leave us there to fight these bodyguards and everything. This right here, not overly difficult if you are staying on your toes. Those things came like right out of the gate, attacking and everything. So caught us off guard just a little bit, but wasn't too bad. Like I said, combat mechanics are in place with this. So these sentinels will block break you if you're holding block too much and everything, which, I mean, they should. I mean, I like the combat mechanics being involved more in in PvE, just because it makes it a little bit more challenging right now. So but you see right here, we go through here and clean these guys up pretty quickly. And I think the healer was messing with me right here because I was teasing the healer about having a full blue bar and everything. So they were like teasing me a little bit, so I had to spam a reignition real quick. Like I said, we were having fun. I think it made it quicker for everybody in there. It just made it a lot more fun. I mean, like I said, we were in here for over an hour, but it made it fun, being in a group, with people that you can joke around with and all that and tease and have fun with. Right up ahead here now, there's a thing right here. What you can do here is instead of standing out here and fighting these guards out front here, you just go straight in there. You don't have to fight these guards out here. You can go straight in. As you go see, our healer just ducked in real quick. So I just wanted to show that to you guys. You don't have to stand out there and fight them. But you go inside here, and there will be another repair vendor in there. Take advantage of that and go in here. And I wish the rendering on this game was better on the PS3. Because you see, like right here, this is where the dark Batman or the evil Batman would be right now. Apparently, even though I'm not sure exactly why or how, but Bruce Wayne still becomes Batman in this alternate reality. But he's an evil Batman. He's an evil Batman. This boss fight here, now there's a couple feats in this area as well. One of which is he will every once in a while he will summon in a missile barrage attack on a specific area, and it will be like kind of like a red cross area that they will show where that missile barrage attack is coming in at. There's a feat in there for not getting hit by that. Unfortunately, I ended up getting stuck in an animation and stunned during this boss fight at one point, and I think I was responsible for us missing on that feat. There are also two switches that will pop up in the middle of this fight. It's very, very important that the DPS and the controller break off from the fighting Batman and hit those switches before they go through, because I believe that's what actually activates the missile attack. So as you see right there, that's the area right there around that left switch. That's what the missile barrage attack will look like. There was nobody in it though, so nobody got hit by it, so unfortunately. But yeah, it's very important you guys break off, a couple of people break off from the fight, go and hit those switches and everything. That way he can't call in that missile barrage attack. That will definitely help towards the feat. If they're not able to do it though, definitely you want to make sure that you break off from the area and go and get out of that area of effect of those missile barrages. So also there's another feat in here. As you see, we're wearing down Batman right now. We actually got a pretty good burn going down on him in here. This is kind of cool. I think I can't remember the first run through. Us getting a good burn, but then when you get up down to about half, he calls in Catwoman to help him out, and Catwoman's got basically the same uh, combat or same combat styling as in Legends. When you fight her, have her in there. She's got that lunge right there with that claw attack that she does and everything. There is a feat also in here for keeping. They will both break off in the middle of the fight and go to a each will go to another terminal in there, and they will activate a shield. All right, you see right there we got the switches came up. I go over there and stop that missile barrage. But you're right here, they'll come over and they'll activate this shield. Not exactly. There's a feat in here for making sure that those shields don't touch. How you exactly do that, I'm not sure just yet. It was kind of frustrating. We were trying to figure out exactly how to do that. If anybody knows in the comments, please, give me a hint, and I'll try and get that recorded up for you guys so we can show everybody. We can share that with the community and everything. And I'll give you a shout out for it. You guys help me get a feat. I'll give you a shout out for it. But yeah, definitely. If you guys know how to do that, how to keep those two from touching their shields together, which every time they do that, I mean, it puts out a huge stun, especially on me because I'm always on there tanking and aggroing them. But yeah, if you guys know how to do that, definitely leave that suggestion or how strategy for doing that in the comments below, so I can make a video for it and share it with everybody else, and we can get that feat. See, right there, just like bam, right off the bat, they went in there, and their shields end up touching and stunning the crap out of me. Yeah, I'm not sure if you got to burn through their shield real fast or what. Before they were able to get to each other. It's like right here, like I couldn't get out of there. I tried rolling out and I tried rolling the wrong way. And I'm getting hit with that missile barrage. That may have cost us that feat right there. I don't know. But once you get Batman down or Catwoman down, one of the two down. Unfortunately, this isn't like in Brothers of Arms where you have to burn them both down the same, equally. Batman does not come back once you defeat him. So once you get Batman down, which I recommend you stay on Batman as far as focus firing, simply because that he's already halfway down, so you might as well finish him off. Just go ahead and go after Catwoman there, and there you go. And then after that, you get loot and marks and everything. You go over. There will be a computer there on his desk. You go in there and you hack into it, and it'll activate this little video here where you get kind of like the story and all that, where LexCorp is kind of partnered up with Wayne Corp. Now, right here, you'll see this is where you'll see Lex Luthor talking, and where Bruce Wayne is kind of like Lex Luthor's protege. Or something like that. So you get the idea or the inclination that Lex Luthor had something to do with Bruce Wayne's upbringing in a way. After his parents died. So apparently, future Lex, went back in time, may have prevented the death of, or actually been taking part in causing the death of Bruce Wayne's parents. And then took Bruce in and raised him, helped to raise him and all that. And that was an influencing factor on Bruce Wayne, growing up, to where he became this evil Batman. This and Wayne Corp was started instead of Wayne Tech and everything. You come in here and all that. You definitely want to focus fire on the Nexus Overseers because they are going to keep teleporting in reinforcements until you drop them. And all, so definitely want to make sure that you guys do that. But anyways, once you defeat Catwoman and Batman in there, future Batman is going to come out and he's going to say, Lex is going after the Wayne family. So you have to basically fight through the theater here with all these ads and everything, and try and we take down that one overseer. You want to make sure you go straight over and take out this other one because, like I said, they're just going to keep spawning in ads all over the place. until you take down those overseers. They'll keep teleporting them in. Can you guys tell my voice is going out yet? But yeah, I mean, even just taking down these overseers, it can be kind of difficult if you don't get on right away because, like I said, they will teleport in a lot of ads to fight. You see, when DPS, he actually got pulled in, got dropped and everything. As you see right here, the controller is using that. The Quantum has a 50% supercharge. It's a group shield that they use. It gives power back out to the group. As you see by the text and everything that I'm getting, the blue power text and all that, I believe it does scale with the VIT. So this may actually be a better option for to run for support supercharge than Word of Power or Speed Drain. If you're controlling, or if maybe you want to use it if you're DPSing in PvP as well. Up here is where you'll find the last briefing that's for this operation right here. So you got briefing complete. Like I said, I will have a link in the description below, as it at least shows pictures of screen caps of where those briefings are at. There's not like any like specific map locations shown yet. Like I said, it's the start of a guide and everything. I'm not gonna be upset with Tesseract for doing the work that she did to bring that information to us, because it did help us to find them. So I'm not upset with that at all. It's just the start of a guide. I was able to get mine done and all that, and if I was able to find them all, you guys should be able to find them too. Just have to explore around a little bit and pay attention to the mini map location that's shown on there, and you'll eventually figure out exactly where those briefings are at. I still have yet to complete the Metropolis one too. Just coming in here, like I said, you're going to have to come in and you have to keep taking out these overseers as you go through. This guy right here, though, unfortunately there's no overseer in there. It's just like a little, I can't remember if this one dropped marks or not, but you definitely have to beat this guy before you can move on. So this guy may actually drop loot. I'm not sure. Watch out for those bombs right there. You see Dark Superman almost got taken out, I think, right there from those. But yeah, so I mean, man, long operation, but man, it was a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun, mostly because, as other people, like I said, the people you run with, the people you group up with, are going to make this game and the content that you run in it a lot more fun than doing it with pugs and everything. You may end up having fun with pugs too. I've had fun with pugs in the past. Plugging in stuff and everything. Having a mic definitely helps. So not just for communication purposes and all that, but to have be able to sit there and joke around with people. I mean, as long as you're not blaring crap music and all that, people are going to appreciate you having a mic. They will appreciate you having a mic. I believe this is the last overseer she ended up having to fight. This taking these guys. Okay, no, there's another area up ahead we have to go through here, where there's one more overseer, I believe, and then we go out to the next area. But yeah, definitely group up with people that have fun, joke around a little bit. I mean, even if you're having a hard time and all that, you end up wiping on an area. You can still laugh and joke about it. I mean, granted, it does get frustrating if it happens more than once, but I mean, it can still be fun. It can still be fun to do. You get to tease people about it. You get to tease people about it. So, healer went down with a full blue bar. Oh, look at this controller. Hogging all the power up, not sharing any of the power. Oh, tank's not getting enough aggro. It's like, I mean, it's fun just going through, and doing this content with people that people that have a mic, especially people that you get along with. That's important too. But yeah, just have fun with it. Do it with people do it with people you like. I know I've said that like 4 to 5 times now, uh, but I can't emphasize it enough because I mean this game is after a while, after playing this game for so long and all that, even when with new content, the game's more fun when you are when you're having fun with the people that you're playing with, not just getting through content and everything. Which I mean, having a small sense of accomplishment and everything, doing that, obviously that's something you want to go for. And I'm sure the challenging content, especially with these raids. I mean, there's going to be a party when I get through these raids. I guarantee you that. And I do promise I will. I plan on recording every time I try attempt those raids. I am recording it. And when I do get through it, I will definitely post that video for you guys. More than likely, we'll only post like certain tough areas though, because I have a feeling those raids are going to take a couple of hours to get through. But at the same time, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. To when we're eventually able to do it. But you see right here, okay, we're coming out the exit. Just waiting for healer to catch up. Come out here, and the area might look a little bit familiar because this is Crime Alley. This is Crime Alley right here. And you see right here, there's the mugger and all that getting ready to kill the Wayne family. And then future Batman comes out of nowhere and just like, one-shots the guy. Full lifed him. Full life the mugger. Then Lex comes in and says, I know why you're here and all that, and everything, but, you have to let, things go. And future Batman is like, nope, not happening. So then, future Batman says he's going to stop and all that. Lex says, oh, I see you brought an army. Apologize for no game sound. I got a new headset recently, and I have to figure out how exactly to get my game sound to come through on my recordings. I do have it coming through on my headset, but I have yet to figure out how to get it to come through on my recordings and everything. So once I'm able to do that, though, you guys come through here though. Come do the operation though, and you'll get to hear yourselves. So that's kind of this is one way to make this fight a little bit easier here. Is you can take and it's another reason why you want to have a tank. Get the tank to aggro and kite Lex Luthor over to the side off to the left or to the north of where the Overseer is at. And future Batman, he will stay over there and he will fight and destroy all the ads over there. You don't have to. Really don't have to worry about him. This way, all you have to do is deal with Lex and fighting him. And I did get the, and because of that, I was able to get through in here and, get a little melee action of my own in here with my epic two-hander. You see my awesome, two-digit blows I'm getting on him. I'm like so fully spec'd into PvE tanking right now. I have like no crits, no precision boost or anything like that. All tank gear. My precision is I think my precision is like around 500, which, I mean, it's still kind of high. But at the same time, it's like still so pitifully low compared to like DPS and controllers. The way they can spec. I am definitely spanked for survival and aggroing. So, but because of that, the way I spec, I don't get many complaints. You see right here, Lex is like on me this entire fight. So it's just leaving, the DPS controller and healers just sit back and do what they got to do to help burn him down and to, keep the group alive and powered up and everything. And I have so much power too, and I don't have to spam it as much as you would think to hold aggro. That controller's got no problems whatsoever keeping me up, which is in return helping the group out because the power out, instant power out, power that the controllers have, it goes out to the power goes out to the 3 lowest. Not to mention the fact that they're changing the way. They changed the way now because controllers are getting their vid up so high now. So I know some controllers got like almost close to 1400 vit. Um, they've changed the way that the power usage now. And, the higher, the more gears you're getting, the more gears you get, the higher your power cost is going to be. That's why we're seeing like these VIT stats on like tank gear and healer gear and gear that you wouldn't normally see a VIT stat on with this higher item level gear, and that's because of the power costs. So they're making it so you can earn back some of your own power. Now, but you come through here, you defeat Lex. There's a feat here for finishing this fight in like 10 minutes. I thought we were going to get it, but you come through here, you defeat Lex, and then he's going to like warp out, and you need to come over here and defeat this Overseer, which he will break off from that portal. He will keep spawning in ads though, so now you can go ahead and you can kite him over here as a tank. You go ahead and pull him over here, and that will keep future Batman over there fighting the ads and everything, while you are burning down the Overseer. Let's see here. There's also, let's see, the feat for doing this in 10 minutes, being in crime, spending only 10 minutes in Crime Alley. There's also another feat here, as you'll see here in a minute, I believe, because you've defeated Lex and all that, but he does come back, so it works kind of like on a loop. He'll just keep coming back. So you need to take out the Overseer to close that portal down. So you definitely want to keep your focus fire onto the Overseer. Lex will come back with like half health. So you don't have to worry about focus firing on him. And plus, if you focus fire on him, you're going to miss out on the other feat that is in here, and that's by only letting him come back once. So if he comes back a second time, you're going to miss out on the feat. So you definitely want to focus fire on the Overseer, not burn down Lex again, in order to make sure that you get that feat. So you see, I'm taking advantage of my dampening field and all that to lessen up some of the damage I was taking in. But yeah, so definitely stay focused on the Overseer. I think I just popped my CC trinket too. Wanted to up my dominance and everything, because the fight was starting to get a little bit difficult there. I was getting like block broken and everything like that, and you can see right there the damage that just came out was right. I don't know how I survived that. I ain't gonna lie. Drank bulldozer soda to keep myself alive, and I'm trying to get hold of aggro as much as I can, and stay alive at the same time so we can get our healer and our DPS back up. Which Angel was very good in this operation with the pickups. But yeah, you want to stay on the Overseer the whole time, burn him down. That way, once you take down future Lex, you don't have to worry about him coming back again, and you'll get a feat for it. I believe, let's see, we got like 2 feats alone just in this operation right here. Doing this, taking out the 2 extra monsters in Central City, and this feat right here. So yeah, 20 feats points off of our run. I mean, not spectacular, but at the same time still pretty good. Right there, I should have freaking used my supply drop to get my health back up. But like I said, I think it was Angel there. Yep, Angel popped the shield and everything, came in there and got me picked up. So did really good on that. I was able to get back in here, and as soon as I got my health back up a little bit, I felt comfortable to come in here and get the aggro back and start tanking these guys again. But you see the Overseer is down right now. He's out, so we don't have to worry about the ads and all that. Like I said, future Batman's over there fighting all those, so we don't have to worry about that. And then all we have to do is just finish taking out Lex, and we'll be good to go. This right here, supply drop. Running in the supply drop on a tank in the middle of a fight is probably not the best move and everything like that, but we're getting close and all that. We wanted to make sure we finished it. But as you see right here, once you defeat Lex and all that, you save the Wade family. So there's going to be another different type of Gotham right here, as future Batman is going to make sure that he protects them and everything. And got the no return feat for making sure that Luthor didn't come back more than once. Anyways, that is the family reunion operation. I hope it helped you guys out. I'm curious to know how you guys' experience has been with this operation itself. Let me know in the comments below. If you got any suggestions on how to get some of these other feats that I was talking about, leave them in the comments below, and I will record a video doing those operations. I'll give you a shout out for them too. Anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you liked the video, please do so by giving it a thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, please subscribe. Until next time, you guys all take care. Bye.